New this morning, people living in Oroville say they are confused about why their park is flooding during a drought. Action News Now reporter Jafet Serrato is live at Riverbend Park. Jafet, what did you find out?
Linda, people who walk here, people who bike here say this type of flooding is unusual for this time of the year. So I reached out to the Feather River Recreation and Park District to get some answers. Kayakers, sand, and the sounds of the Feather River are common at Oroville's Riverbend Park.
It is naturally beautiful.
But what Beth Dunn doesn't think is beautiful is the excess water during a drought.
There's a lot of questions as to why the river has been at flood stage through most of the summer. Right now behind me, you're looking at about half of the beach. The rest of it is beautiful, pristine white sand, and it's washing away.
And the beach is not the only thing being impacted. Water is also making its way down here to nearby walking paths.
There's a little man-made path that people have worn into the gravel to try to go alongside and avoid.
We're living with a mud puddle now.
Leaving some to question why, since Lake Oroville feeds into the Feather River.
Why is the lake dry and the river flooded?
I can see the confusion again of the level of the lake compared to the river.
Sean Robacker is the GM for Feather River Rec and Park District. He says those river levels are handled by DWR, but he has an idea of why the river is the way it is.
I think there's two big factors there. One is the water users downstream, farmers, the whole state water project, that and the salmon spawning.
And when it comes to the beach eroding, Robacker says, don't worry.
It will erode some of the sand, but otherwise it mostly stays in place, and we do maintain it to replace some of it.
An immediate answer, but in the future, park owners want transparency as to what happens in their local waterways.
So if there is a question, we know who to call.
Now Action News Now has reached out to the DWR for comment for this story. We have not heard back. The Feather River Recreation and Park District says it sets aside about $5,000 to maintain the beach here. Live in Oroville, Jafet Serrato, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Thank you, Jafet. Now, the beach at Riverbend Park was built after a big flood in 2017. Rohrbacher says it was designed to stay in place even when the river rises.